Conversion is the most difficult part of business because it is very nuanced. And like, because when you think about it, like the attract, you know how to get leads basically, because a lead, basically what a lead is someone you can contact. And it is pretty easy to contact people. Like you can literally speak to them when they walk on the street, for example. But also like it's social media made it way easier because you can literally just reach out to them. So getting leads is not really a problem because you can just reach out to people, right? The delivery for most people, it is also not a problem because almost everyone has either solved a valuable problem for themselves or other people, or has gotten achieved a valuable outcome for themselves or other people. So if that is true, if attract and delivery is the most optimized, but you're still not making any money, then conversion is likely the biggest bottleneck. And what I want to do now in this video is like walk you through my funnel. And a funnel is basically like a process how you can get someone from a lead to a paying client, like the whole step-by-step process. So yeah, let me explain. So when you're just starting out, like I told earlier, what I told just a few minutes ago, but you won't see this a few minutes ago because I upload like daily. But okay, you get the point. First, if the first thing, like you don't have to worry about actually making content because that is not in your control. You're attracting people. But when you are doing the networking, that is in your control because you can literally like reach out to someone, and then it's like a volume game, right? So first, what you have to do is comment. Commenting on other people's posts is the easiest way for visibility because like if you want to make content yourself, then people have to watch it. If you are commenting, then you're literally like using the content that somebody else has posted. So you're lifting with their success basically, and you're helping them because when you leave a comment, then their content becomes more engaged, so they will appreciate you for it. So first, what you have to do is a lot of commenting. Then what you have to do is once you start like a decent conversation in the comments, once you have connected with someone, you can continue that conversation in the DM. So then you will go to the DM, and basically what you can say is, hey, and I really enjoyed our conversations in the comments and wanted to continue this conversation in the DMs. How is it going? And like don't try to, people can smell intention basically from a mile away. So just be genuine. Like don't try to get anything out of it, just try to make a connection. Because most people, like, we are more connected than ever because of the internet, but we are also more disconnected than ever because most people, they live by themselves. Most people are lonely. So if you just have a genuine conversation with someone, then and just, yeah, like basically have a conversation, be normal. Like when they mention something, ask questions about it, like show genuine curiosity towards them, because every person is unique. Every person has something special. So you just have to find out what that special thing is. Once you feel like you've made a strong enough connection in the DMs, you can basically hop on, where will I write this? You can basically hop on a, networking call, basically. And in this, again, don't have an agenda because people can smell intention. Just like make a connection. And once you've hopped on a networking call, like in the call, don't pitch your offer because that will ruin the conversation and goodwill, especially if you didn't frame it. If you want to do something, you have to frame it. Once you've hopped on a networking call, the next thing that you can do is, because once you've hopped on a networking call, you have a strong connection with that person. And once you have a strong connection, you can ask them for a favor. And that favor is a research call. So a research call, basically what it is you will do market research, because without market resonance, without actually doing the market research, you won't have no idea what you can offer. Because yeah, you can assume that something would be a good offer, but most assumptions are wrong. The best way to find out is to test it. And how to test it? By directly speaking to your market, to your leads. So ask them in this research call, yeah, okay, so what is your focus at the moment? What is going on in your life? Like the current situation. Then ask about the desired situation. Yeah, like what are you looking to get out of this platform? What is your goal? Like have a genuine conversation. Then go to the biggest bottleneck. What do you think is stopping you from actually getting there? And then the ideal solution. Ask the ideal solution. So like, what if there was a problem to solve that, what would your ideal solution look like? And once you get clear on these 4 points, you have data. And that alone is extremely valuable. So once you have the data, you basically say, okay, cool, now I got it. And when you have the data, but you don't think you can help them, you basically say, oh, this, yeah, I thank you so much for sharing the data. I really appreciate it. But at this moment, I don't think I can help you with solving your problem. But what I would love to do is send you some resources, maybe some videos that you've seen around the topic, maybe some books. Like, still give them something, because they've given you something, which is the valuable data. But when you think you could help them, what you then can do is, okay, I got it. I have some ideas for you that I think would really help you solve your problem, but I need some time to organize before I share them with you. So is it cool if I reach out in a couple of days to share what I've been working on? Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. So then what you do is, once you finish the call and once somebody says yes, of course, what you can always say, like, always frame it, always be upfront, always be honest. Say, okay, so basically what I will do is I will make you a personalized roadmap based on the data you provided for me. I will be, and based with on my experience, I will make you a step-by-step roadmap in order to solve your problem and achieve your goal. Now, you can implement this on your own and go through the trial and error alone, but I will also offer my help implementing it through my paid one-on-one mentorship. But then you decide whether you want to work with me, yes or no. And when you're honest and upfront, and you already mentioned, like, oh, I'm going to give you this roadmap, but I will also pitch my offer. Because if your offer comes out of nowhere, people will think, ugh, like, what is he doing? But when you already framed it, they expect it, and then it is no problem. Always be upfront and honest. I think that is the best way to go about conversion, because most people have a negative association. Most people, they yeah, okay, so when you hopped on a research call, basically what you will do is you will hop on well, you can call it a sales call. But this is basically like the roadmap call. Like, you will give them a personalized roadmap. And so, because they've given you here very valuable data. So, principle of reciprocity, if they do something for you, you want to do something back. If you do something good, they want to do something back. So this is how you create a strong connection, right? So you give this roadmap for absolutely for free. And then at the end of the offer, or at the end of the roadmap, I mean, and they already get a lot of value for it, because they will know exactly like the how to go from A to Z. No, this is an S. Never mind. You do this way around, from A to Z. Yes, this is right. You will give them the exact roadmap how to go from where they are now to where they want to be. And this is already extremely valuable, because like it took me around 15 months before I finally managed to get my first paying client, because I didn't know what to do. I was completely lost. But if you give them this roadmap, then it will shorten the time frame, because they don't have to seek anymore. Yeah, sure, they still have to go through the trial and error phase, but instead of 15 months, for example, you can compress it down in maybe 9 months. And then what you can offer is like, hey, like, I think you would really benefit from my mentorship. Would you be down to hear more about it? And then if they say sure, then you basically like tell you what exactly you will do to implement this roadmap, and like what the deliverables are, like weekly calls, for example, or like unlimited messaging support. And then you will and then you can just say like the price, for example. Okay, so for the 3 months, for the 6 months, for this period, it will be X amount of money, for example. And then they basically get to choose, right? Because I don't agree with all of the gurus, the sales gurus, saying, yeah, you have to handle objections, or you have to force the sale, for example, because that only has a negative effect. Like, sure, like 5 people who would say no, maybe 1 out of 5 people would say yes, but you ruin your reputation with all of them, and the person who you've like manipulated, who you've sold, they would have doubts, and the process won't be good. Maybe they will ask for a refund, and it is just horrible. So what is better to do, like literally what I say to people is, I only want to work with you if you're 100% sure that you want to work with me. Even if you're like 99% sure, I don't want to work with you, because I like this is what I always say, like I didn't quit my job to do something I didn't like. I only want to work with committed people. And then if they say, yeah, I'm not really committed, or I am not really exactly sure, or I don't have the funds to invest, I said that is fine. Okay, so yeah, like this roadmap, you can implement it on your own. What I do love to do is give you some free support. You can join the weekly community calls, for example, so I can help you, but with less personalized attention. If you have a question, you can ask it in the community, because like if you have a question and I answer that, then it will benefit more people. It will benefit the other members of the community as well. So it is basically like, so I have a more active community, and he gets help for free. So no matter what the outcome is of this whole process, whether they are going to work with you, yes or no, they can either become a client of you, but that is not the only intention, because if you are desperate for the sell, people can smell it and they won't buy from you like ever. But what could happen is, like, if they don't become a client, they can give like a case study or like a testimonial. In my community, there are some amazing people who said like really nice things about me, and that helps me as well for the proof, for example. But you also like make connections and make a friend. And sometimes even what I find really funny is that, like, if there are 5 people and who don't want to work with you, if you force the sale, if you manipulate them, you will maybe push 4 away and 1 you will sign, but it will be horrible basically. If you just have this low pressure way of selling and like don't force anything, like only work with them if they want to do so, you leave a great impression. And what I noticed was that out of those 5 people who weren't ready at the time, like around 2 of the 5 are coming back to me. They say, oh, like a few weeks later or like 2 months later, hey, I'm ready to work with you, because they've gotten so much value from you already, because you've already given them such a good experience basically. So yeah, like this is, I think, the by far the best way to go about it. It is beneficial for both parties, and this is how you can use this very frictionless effortless way of selling. So yeah, try it out. If you have any questions, then let me know in the community, because this is still very nuanced. Even though you know exactly what to do, like how to do it is also something. So if you have any questions about this, let me know in the community and I will gladly help you. So yeah, bye.